I think it's very important that I get out and I throw blocks and I get that trust from my teammates and that respect from my teammates because they see, that just as much as I care about catching the ball and being able to make plays myself, I want to help as much as I can to get those guys into the end zone to block downfield. So that's something that's always been important to me. I think my teammates, they like it. The backs, they like it when we're able to get up to the second and third level and continue to get those guys down the field. So I think it's really important.
And I know a new defensive coordinator this week at Arizona. Thoughts on like their defense, what you expect to see from them?
I mean, it's pretty late in the season, so I don't know how much their scheme will change. I think we just have to, we're game planning off what we saw off film. So, they haven't played any games with the new DC yet, so we're just going to take it from what we see on film, game plan that way, and we'll come out and we'll be prepared. So.
But they're gonna be rallying. In other words, an emotional kind of change. It may be the same scheme, but you're ready for them to just be all charged up.
Always, and especially the fact that it's homecoming week for them and everything like that. They'll be emotional, but it means just as much to us as it does to them. So, they're going to come out and they're going to be pumped and they're going to want to, come out and play with a lot of emotion. That's something that we do every week. So it's nothing new to just take it the same as every opponent.
Jeff, kind of describe the mentality of this locker room and the emotions going into a game, trying to get your 4th win of the season and one step closer to bowl eligibility.
Just the same as every week. Every week, every Saturday we have a game for the most part. So, everybody, we know that bowl eligibility it's obtainable. It's within reach. We're only 3 wins away. But we can't begin to look off into the future and overstep or overlook what we have right in front of us. So we just want to focus on Arizona, take it week by week, and try to make the most of every opportunity.
What do you see out of Arizona's defense? What kind of challenges do they pose to you guys this week?
I think they got some athletes. Got some guys who are very athletic in that, their linebacker group and their secondary. So, like I said, we just have to spend a lot of time with the film. It's very early in the week, so we haven't dived too far into it. As the week progresses, I think I'll have a better outlook on, who's who and who plays like what and as far as the scheme and everything. But I think they've got some athletes. They've got some guys.
Coach Lincoln was saying that during the bye week he was trying to fix some of the fixable mistakes that you guys made against Cal, kind of like the penalties that kind of set you back and put you in 1st and 15, 2nd and 20. So what kind of changes did you guys go through in the bye week to kind of fix those tiny little mistakes?
Just everybody being locked in, and like I said, detail's everything for us. If you're not detailed, it's going to be hard for you to play. So as you move along and progress in the season, I think that those minute, small details kind of become so routine that you kind of forget to focus on them. So just taking a step back and focusing on the fundamentals and those little, those details that are very important but that get overlooked sometimes, you kind of lose track of how important they are. So, just taking a step back over the bye week, like I said, and focusing on those things as much as possible so where, we start to focus on those things again like we were during fall camp.
Right. And a little off topic, Champ, but a month ago, California passed a law that athletes like yourself can profit off of their likeness and image. Today, about an hour ago, NCAA passed or voted unanimously to start the conversation for all schools across the country to do the same thing. What are your thoughts on that, if you got it?
I haven't looked too far into it, so I don't want to speak too much about something that I haven't researched on my own. I've been hearing about it, but until I kind of read up on it myself and do the research and kind of, gain some knowledge on that, I don't really want to talk about it too much. I think it's a good idea, possibly. Like I said, I have to look more into it.
Right.
It's not a raging storyline right now, but there were comments after the win at Cal that, maybe you guys play better on the road. Is there anything to that?
I think any team, when you go on the road, there's a comfortability about being at home. You're very comfortable, you have your home fans behind you, and everything's kind of sweet. But when you go on the road, there's a kind of a heightened sense of it's us against them and it's only us here. And Coach Smith talks about it every week that we go on the road. He loves it, and he talks about it in a way that we understand that we're literally going on a trip where it's us, our 74 guys. That's the only people with us. We're not going to have anybody cheering for us. We're not going to have anybody, outside of the small friends and family groups that come out. But when we're on the road, it's just us, and we get to focus in and band together. And I think that helps us out so much.
Can you capture that or reconfigure that for home games?
I think it's like that every week. I think when you're at home, you just have to. It's something that you have to focus on more, like I said, because you are so comfortable. We just have to it's kind of hard. It's a hard thing to do. It's because they're so different, but I think you can capture it. It's just something that you have to focus on and really harp on.
Is that something that coach, in the locker room of an away game, kind of rallies guys, or do guys just know your back's against the wall? You gotta step up on the road.
No, it's Coach Smith's not a big like rah guy in the locker room before games and stuff like that, but it's something that he talks about in the beginning of the week. Every Tuesday we have a team meeting and we talk about, just the outlook of the week. And like this morning we came in and he was like, we're going back on the road. I love it. Like he embraces it, and it's something that he feeds us in the beginning of the week, and it kind of trickles down into the locker room as far as the leaders in the locker room go. And I think it's something that we just embrace as a team. It's not something that he has to get us going in the locker room before the game and do all the rah stuff. It's when we're there, everybody understands that when we walk out of this locker room, it's us against however many thousands of people are in the stadium. So we kind of just embrace it that way.
Is there a rah guy in the locker room?
We have a few. There's a few guys. We have a couple coaches who they get pretty vocal. Coach Petrie, Coach Blue, those guys are pretty vocal guys, but it's for the most part everybody in the locker room, once they know it's time for business, it's time for business, and everybody kind of locks in and prepares their own way, and everybody's prepared. So.
Is everybody pretty forgiving when someone jumps and you lose 5 yards? You get back in the huddle.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't want to linger on plays. You kind of have to have that next play mentality. But you'll hear some guys kind of going off about it at the moment. But then you kind of have to realize, like, all right, everybody calm down. We're all right. Let's just relax, and we just got to focus on next play.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, champ.